Hello, it is ThatOneShadowDog here again, and so as you're gonna see by the thumbnail, this is an audiobook for Into the Wild, and you might be like, Shadow, why the fuck are you deciding to do this? I'm bored, it's summer, I have nothing to do. Episode 2 Whisker Clan might be out this week or next week, I don't know, been kinda sick and bored, and had no motivation to do that. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to today in this video I'm going to do the prologue of Into the Wild. So enjoy. A half moon glowed on smooth granite boulders, turning them silver. The silence is broken by only the ripple of water from the swift black river and the whispers of trees in the forest beyond. There was a stirring in the shadows, and from all around lithe dark shapes crept stealthily over the rocks. Unsheathed claws glinted in the moonlight, wary eyes flashed like amber. And then, as if on a silent vigil, the creatures leapt at each other, and suddenly the rocks were alive with wrestling, screeching cats. At the center of the frenzy, a fur and claws. A massive dark tabby pinned a bracken-colored Tom to the ground and drew his head up triumphantly. "Oh, caught!" the tabby growled. "How dare you hunt in our territory? The Sunning Rocks belong to ThunderClan." "Not after tonight, Tiger Claw. This will just be another RiverClan hunting ground." The bracken-colored Tom spat. A warning yowl came from the shore, shrill and anxious. "Look out! More RiverClan warriors are coming!" Tiger Claw turned to see sleek, wet bodies sliding out of the water from below the rocks. The drenched RiverClan warriors bounded silently up the shore and hurled themselves into the battle without even stopping to shake the water from their fur. The dark tabby glared down at Oakheart. "You may swim like otters, but you and your warriors do not belong in this forest." He drew back his lips and showed his teeth as the cat struggled beneath him. The desperate scream of a ThunderClan she-cat rose above the clamor. A wiry RiverClan Tom had pinned the brown warrior flat on her belly. And now he lunged towards her neck with the jaws still dripping from his swim across the river. Tiger Claw heard a cry and let go of Oakheart. With a mighty leap, he knocked the enemy warrior away from the she-cat. "Quick! Mouseful, run!" he ordered before turning to the RiverClan Tom, who had threatened her. Mouseful scrambled to her paws, wincing from the deep gash on her shoulder, and raced away. Behind her, Tiger Claw spat with rage as the RiverClan Tom sliced open his nose. Blood blinded him for an instant, but he lunged toward regardless and sank his teeth into the hind leg of his enemy. The RiverClan cat squealed and struggled free. "Tiger Claw!" The yowl came from a warrior with his tail as red as fox fur. "This is useless! Now it's way too many RiverClan warriors." "No, Redtail! ThunderClan will never be beaten!" Tiger Claw yowled back, leaping to Redtail's side. "This is our territory!" Blood was welling around his broad black muzzle, and he shook his head impatiently, scattering scarlet drops onto the rocks. "ThunderClan will honor your courage, Tiger Claw, but we cannot afford to lose any more of our warriors," Redtail urged. "Bluestar would never expect her warriors to fight against these impossible odds. We will have another chance to avenge this defeat." He met Tiger Claw's ambered eyes gazed steadily, then reared away and sprang onto a boulder at the edge of the trees. "Retreat, ThunderClan, retreat!" he yowled. At once, his warriors squirmed and struggled away from their opponents. spitting and snarling. They backed towards Redtail for a heartbeat. The River Clan cats looked confused. Was this battle won so easily? Then Oakhart yowled a jubilant cry. As soon as they heard him, the River Clan warriors raised their voices and joined their deputy in counterwalling their victory. Redtail looked down at his warriors. With a flick of his tail, he gave them the signal, and the ThunderClan cats dived down the far side of the Sunny Rocks, then disappeared into the trees. Tigerclaw followed last. He hesitated at the edge of the forest and glanced back at the blood-stained battlefield. His face was grim, his eyes furious slits. Then he leaped after his clan into the silent forest. In a deserted clearing, an old gray she-cat sat alone, staring up at the clear night sky. All around her in the shadows, she could hear the breathing and stirring of sleeping cats. A small tortoiseshell she-cat emerged from a dark corner, her paw steps quick and soundless. The gray she-cat dipped her head in greeting. "How's Mousefur?" she meowed. "Her wounds are deep, Bluestar," answered the tortoiseshell, getting herself on the night-cool grass. "But she is young and strong. She will heal quickly." "And the others?" "They will all recover too," Bluestar sighed. "You're lucky not to have lost any of our warriors this time. You are a gifted medicine cat, Spottedleaf." She tilted her head again and studied the stars. "I'm deeply troubled by tonight's defeat. ThunderClan has not been beaten in its own territory since I became leader," she murmured. "These are difficult times for our clan. The season of Noonleaf is late, and there have been fewer kits. ThunderClan needs more warriors if it is to survive." "But the year is only just beginning," Spottedleaf pointed out calmly. "There will be more kits when Greenleaf comes." The gray cat switched her broad shoulders. "Perhaps. But training our young to become warriors takes time. If ThunderClan is to defend its territory, it must have new warriors as soon as possible." "Are you asking StarClan for answers?" meowed Spottedleaf gently, following Bluestar's gaze and staring up at the swath of stars glittering in the night sky. "Is it at times like this we need the worlds of ancient warriors to help us?" "Has StarClan spoken to you?" Bluestar asked. "Not for some moons, Bluestar." Suddenly, a shooting star blazed over the treetops. Spottedleaf's tail twitched, and the fur along her spine bristled. Bluestar's ears pricked, but she remained silent, as Spottedleaf continued to gaze upwards. After a few moments, Spottedleaf lowered her head and turned to Bluestar. "It was a message from StarClan," she murmured. A distant look came onto her eyes. "Fire alone can save our clan." "Fire? But fire is feared by all the clans. How can it save us?" Spottedleaf shook her head. "I do not know," she admitted. "But this is the message StarClan has chosen to share with me." The ThunderClan leader fixed her clear blue eyes on the medicine cat. "You have never been wrong before, Spottedleaf," she meowed. "If StarClan has spoken, then it must be so. Fire will save our clan." Starting for all, like, the stuttering and stuff, I don't know, sometimes I talk wrong sometimes, but I didn't feel like reading it too many times for little mistakes like that. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, or just subscribe, do a little bit something, I don't know. Love you guys. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, comment and tell. And, after I finish Into the Wild, if there's a specific book you want me to do, just tell me. Yeah, love you guys, bye. Oh, and this is a little special something because I love you guys.
Spottedleaf, you have to stop stealing the catnip!
Whoa, I smell sounds, I hear colors. Oh, I see sounds. Bluestar, you gotta try this.